Yakumo is an exclusive line of aging and weathering products designed by Mig Jiménez in collaboration with the prestigious Japanese brand Mr.Hobby. Each set includes different types of products including filters, acrylics, and pigments used to apply the weathering process in 4 easy steps. Set A is dedicated to vehicles destined for the Western Front, with which you can accurately imitate the effects of summer dust or dry mud among others. Set B is designed for winter camouflage, where white has been applied over the original colors. Set C allows you to make effects of washes, dirt, and large accumulations of dust on Africa Corps vehicles. Set D is a combination of general effects that can be applied to most of the German vehicles that served in World War II. In this first video, we will look at the World War II Eastern Front Set B. The first step was to prime with one-shot gray primer. As a base color, Dunkelgrau from the Atom range was applied. A few drops of matte white were added to the base color and modulation applied to give volume to the vehicle. The effect was focused in the areas with more exposure to the light, leaving the shadow spaces in the base color. Next, a generous layer of scratches effects was airbrushed. After 20 minutes, a coat of matte white was applied. After 15 minutes, a brush dipped in water was used to lift the paint and create chipping. The effect was focused on the edges and around the decals. In the flat areas, more paint will lift. In addition to the brush, you can also use a toothpick for the smallest scratches. After 1 hour of drying, another thin layer of washable white was airbrushed. Again, using a brush, the washable paint was removed while leaving small drips. The surfaces were then protected with a thin coat of aqua gloss clear. Winter wash was then used to outline all the details of the model. The formulation of the wash allows you to work by capillarity. By depositing a small drop of the product, it will be distributed in all the recessed details. To remove the excess, simply use a brush moistened with Mr.Hobby thinner. You can remove it completely or blend it to create dirt residue. The next step will be the streaking, for which winter streaking grime was used directly from the bottle. Vertical strokes were drawn starting from the area where the effect originates. Let it dry for 40 minutes and with a brush dipped in thinner, drag the product downward. Brush strokes were made from top to bottom, refining the streaking effect. On the engine covers, this same effect was exaggerated, which will create a very realistic finish. Next, we turn to the Set Basic D, where you will find the necessary paint to simulate chipping and scratches on the vehicle. With a fine brush, the chipping was drawn in the areas most exposed to scratches and wear. The sponge technique was also used to generate a greater variety of effects. Where necessary, you can combine both techniques. Returning to the World War II Eastern Front Set B, we will find the dry earth pigment, which is ideal for this type of vehicle in camouflage. First, it was applied dry to give a very subtle powdery feel. To fix the pigment in place, apply a few drops of thinner and let it dry by itself. Once dry, you can touch up the powder effect using a sponge or a cotton bud. For the mud, Add a small amount of fresh dark mud to the dry earth pigment and mix it with Mr.Hobby thinner. Begin by applying the splashes using a toothpick and a brush. The effect is heaviest around the mudguard area. With a brush dipped in Mr.Hobby thinner, you can blend or remove some of the effect. Once the first mud effect is dry, you can make accumulations using fresh dark mud directly. You can also use more diluted fresh dark mud to simulate dirt in specific areas. In this type of climate, rust is very common. To simulate the effect, use rust, which is included in the Yakumo basic set. Begin by painting the vehicle's exhausts. Also distribute it in areas where you want to exaggerate the rust effect. Next, blend it with a brush dipped in thinner, creating different shades and rust accumulations. As shown for the streaking effects, imitate small rust streaks. Finally, grease and fuel effects were created with the fuel and oil from the basic Set D. Apply it around the fuel cap, drawing some pooling that simulates spilled fuel. The effect can be blended as shown previously. All of the easy-to-use products shown in this video are available on our website, www.ammo.es. Discover many more videos on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Thank you for watching.